Welcome back to Flims, Switzerland. Another lovely morning. We're gonna come into the Waldhaus Arena here shortly for the World Junior Curling Championships 2014. It's the big day, it's the final day, and we're gonna start off with a women's final this morning between two very good teams, Canada and Korea. Both at 7 wins, 2 losses coming in through the round robin. Canada winning the 1-2 page over Korea, but Korea winning over Sweden in the semi-final to make their way into the gold medal game. These are the standings we had during after the round robin. Korea, Canada, 1-2 page, Russia, Sweden. Russia and Sweden will play the bronze final also. These are the bottom 5 in the round robin standings. USA improved with 5 wins. The Czechs maybe disappointed a wee bit after making the playoffs the 2 last years. Scotland also maybe a slight disappointment, but it was a new team for the year. Here we see the women's playoff stages. As mentioned, Korea lost to Canada, played Sweden in the semi and made it back into the gold medal game, and they're going to play Canada a 3rd time this week. So it seems like we're ready here. My name is Sander Elvåg. I'm joined by the lovely, amazing, always fabulous Sara Karlsson.
I'm just lost for words, Sander. Thank you. It's always a pleasure to be by your side, taking part of all of your knowledge, knows everything in the curling world.
Well, lineup for Canada today, I know. That's lead Claire Tully. Second is Taylor McDonald. Third and vice skip Keely Brown, and the team is skipped by Kelsey Rock. Alternate Alison Codillac, team coach Amanda Dawn Codier.
And the lineup for Korea is lead Yoon Jin Oh, second Yi Hyun Kim, third Sun Young Kim, and fourth and skip is Kyung Hee Kim. Their alternate is Young In Koo and team coach Kyung Sug Kim.
Well, I'll see the stone colours here. It's Canada playing the red. They'll have the last on advantage coming in from as a winner from the 1-2 page. Korea will play the yellow. There we see the teams lined up. The announcer just going through the lineup as well. Not the biggest crowd we have so far. I'm going to guess people are going to come in after a little while, maybe after the first couple of ends. Maybe a few people had a bit of a party last night celebrating the fact that their teams are in the final, both on the men's and women's, or maybe...
maybe just exhausted after those exciting games we had yesterday. But this is an interesting matchup. Canada started off a bit slow and it grew into the week, got better and better. And Korea, they've been really solid all week. They had that terrible loss to USA quite early on, but I think they adjusted to the ice and they've been really, really strong. They beat Canada in the round robin. Close game in the 1-2. Canada won there. So this is the 3rd time we're going to see these teams. We've had them in the webcast, both of their previous games as well. And I think we have been seeing Korea play maybe a bit more conservative, but they can definitely put stones in play. I think what they need to do is just make sure they bring their weight down on their hits to make sure they get rolls, have a tendency to maybe play a bit much weight on those. And well, the Canadians, they've been really good, and especially Kelsey Rock in that 1-2 page playoff game just really came up and saved the team out of a couple of tough situations. And if she's up for that one more time, I think it could be really close.
Yeah, I think we're going to expect a tight game. As you say, maybe you might see some defensive tendencies from Korea, and it might be up to Canada to get the corner guard up and push for a 2. And if Korea then is down 2, they have to try and get back in it. Good team spirit between the Maple Leafs. You ever find it tougher playing a 9 o'clock game rather than a 1 o'clock game? Or
just depends on whether you're a morning person or not, I guess. But it's so important when you're in this game to, even if you need to get enough sleep, just make sure you get up early, probably around 6 o'clock, to really, really be awake for now. Make sure you have a time for a proper breakfast and your normal routine, and be really, really woken up. Hope this girl is lead for Korea, starting this final off. Yun Yin Oh. Would you rather play the 1 o'clock game?
Yeah, I think so. Morning games haven't been my strength. Really?
I find the 1 o'clock games a bit tricky too, because you kind of want to have lunch somewhere around 11, and I think that's too late for breakfast, so then I would have to get up really early and have breakfast so that I can eat again at 11. You're just shaking your head.
Yeah, well, let's hope Claire Tully here, lead for Canada, has both had breakfast and is chipper awake. I'd just wake up at 10 and have breakfast at 11. It wouldn't be anything harder than that, really. Remember, I had to play a quarterfinal at 7 o'clock once. I was playing Nicholas Edine after we blanked the first end, or they blanked the first end. Thought, oh, okay, this is okay, this is okay. Then they took a 4 off us. I mean, okay, right. Oh, well, it's still a lot of ends left. Then they stole 5. Shake hands, 7:45 in the morning. Got nothing to do for the rest of the day.
Next time, call me. I'll give you some good breakfast tips. And, well, we are seeing quite an open end, and Korea will make that hit, and they will roll off. So Canada now with a chance to draw in the rings or actually put up the corner guard.
Yeah, just gonna draw the rings though. We saw this from Korea also, and the first ends they've played, even when they get the roll out, they don't put the corner guard in play because they're just looking for the blank. I think this is a nice spot to put the corner guard up, because no matter what Korea does, it's always going to be good. If they pull off the corner guard, well, you put another one up on. If they come around, that's probably the best thing. You get some stones around here. They make a deep draw, you come around, set up for 2. And if they miss the peel, again, they leave a corner guard, you come around. So just feels a bit cautious coming in here.
Yeah, it's just sticking to the game plan, basically. They probably said with their coach that let's blank the first end and move on from there, so not making any changes, just ease into the final. This is Yi Hyun Kim, and I guess it's also the final. It's a really big game, and it might be really really important to get a good start. Feel like you've made your first couple of easy shots and followed your plan, and just calm down, because I bet you there are some nerves out there.
Should go here.
Taylor McDonald, second for the Canadian team. Just playing the nose hit, keeping it quite open. There is also a bronze game going on, of course, as we said, between Sweden and Russia. Sweden won the 3-4 page game, and they played Korea but lost that game last night, so it's the exact same games going on right now as we had in the first playoff games. It's quite an open end over there as well. Russia now drawing to set 2. Korea will roll out again. Not really making much of a difference. It's either you leave Canada the hit or the draw, and it's going to be pretty much the same result. But it's nice for Canada because they now have a chance to get a really good feel of the ice when they can play these draws without any pressure whatsoever. Sun Young, Korean third. Gets a little roll in towards the centre. Korea quite like to keep the play down the centre line. If they ever get a miss, it's a great stone to guard, and just keeping it on the centre just makes that final shot for Kelsey Rock a bit more difficult. She would have to roll a bit further.
I guess Canada wouldn't mind just rolling to the wing again.
No, I don't think they would. That's why they're drawing to the wing, right? When Korea's been rolling off.
Keely Brown, third for Canada. Probably just be happy with a hit here, but again, if you roll to the wing, it's always nice. And does that pretty nicely. Also nice just making that shot, just for confidence sake, knowing you're spot on from the very first end. Already out on the wing, so Keely Brown would just like to hit this on the nose.
Yeah, that's fine.
And this time it's Canada to roll out. So Korea's going to draw to the center. Skip, and the fourth for Korea is Kyung-hee Kim. Just playing the draw down to the center line.
Medium. You can stay down there after. Okay. Medium nose is fine. Little roll's good too.
So Kelsey Rock, skip of Canada. Again, just looking for this nose hit or slight roll.
Right to it. Right to it. Right to it. Yep.
Makes a nice shot.
And all she can do now, Kim, is just to hit this and try and stick the shooter to at least make Kelsey throw at something with her last. And she will do exactly that. And we're down to the stone that we've all been waiting for since Canada played that first hit. We all knew that this is how the end was going to finish. Important to make this now. Last one. First end of the World Junior Curling Championships final of 2014. Is she going to make this? They're really working to keep it. And no, it's going to stick around. And that means Canada picking up a point in the first end.
Yeah, I think you're a little down too. Yeah. From firm.
Not really what they wanted, but figured out they curled a bit more there. After the first end, it's Canada with a 1-0 lead. So Korea will have the last stone advantage in the second end.
Okay, that's top 4. Line's good, top 4. Pretty good.
And Russia, well, Sweden blanked the first end against Russia.
좋아요. 웨이트만. 둘, 셋. 라인 진짜 좋아. 둘, 셋, 둘. 웨이트만.
Well, Korea's going to start off with the corner guard here, so they're not going to be waiting, which is good to see. Winner scored our 2 here. No. Try and generate a lead in this game.
Line's good. Weight's good. We're all there. Top 12, it's really curly.
Okay, looking for a tight guard here. Sweepers
Doesn't look that bad.
calling it top 12.
We're over curling though. Okay.
And it will just slip into the rings. Because that corner guard is so tight to the center line, it would have been quite good if they would have kept that in front of the rings, because it would have meant the side towards the corner guard would be pretty much closed off. Playing the hit and roll here. Just think this is maybe just a bit too much weight, not really curling. Also drive it by the shot stone.
Medium. Weight's good. Yeah, really hard. Whoa. Yes, keep going hard. Hard for a piece.
Oh, really curling.
Okay, whoa.
Well. Oh, and just misses it altogether.
Yeah. Missed it on the wrong side too. It was supposed to hit this one on the right hand side of the yellow. Bit of a sloppy end turn from McDonald. And maybe the split is called here from Korea.
I would think so, and it's I think it's quite a nice call. Could maybe get one behind the corner guard, get one on the other side. And just leave a red shot stone. It's not the end of the world. They can keep two good ones lying around. Want to make sure they get separation though. Don't just want to leave a double. I think this is actually just a tap. Over curls a fraction. I think it was probably a good weight. If they would have hit that spot on, it would have been all the way down to the shot stone, but now it's actually just a really usable stone for Canada. They can hit and roll in off of this.
Medium. Yeah. Yeah, you can go hard line. Weights up. Yes. Whoa.
Lots of weight.
Whoa. Hard play.
I can't hear you guys.
Looking for the double here on the red ones. That's going to leave 3 yellows in play.
And oh, she'll spill both, keep the shooter. Really great shot. And it's all the way out on the 12-foot. So leaves the center line wide open. And it's a really long roll. If Canada want to get behind cover, they're also going to be behind the tee line.
Bit of an interesting start the teams had this week. Remember Korea winning their game against Scotland in the first draw. Had to go into an extra end, well, as the Scotland stole in both the 9th and 10th end to tie up the game. Korean skip seemed a bit surprised maybe winning that game, and into the second game they played USA. Do you remember what happened?
Well, they lost that game 16-3, Sander.
Yeah, and now they're in the final.
Yeah, well, I think they had probably a bit of adjustment with their technique, because we've seen them basically slide down a perfect line, but they put very little rotation on their stones. And, well, especially in that game against USA, they were trying to freeze on everything, and they just over-curled by miles on pretty much every shot. And then we saw them just curl so much more than every other team out here, but I think they've adjusted, so probably had a good talk with their coach, and now we're seeing some more rotation, and then their really great slides all of a sudden are definitely being a huge advantage. We're not seeing a lot of misses from them.
No. Well, Canada started off also with an extra end win against the Czech Republic. In the second draw they beat Italy, but then they lost 2 games against Russia and Korea. So bit of a rough start for them, but they've made it through, and as you mentioned many times, Sarah, it seems like they've just grown into the championship over the week.
I still like keeping the weight up, just hit the rock at least. Yeah.
Have not lost a game since they were defeated by Korea in the round robin. After that, it's been
I'm gonna try for the roll this time.
6 consecutive wins.
And it's really good when you come into the final. And you've had just a lot of wins coming in. It's a good confidence boost, and it's normally a lot easier to just picture yourself winning.
Well, it could be first gold medal for Canadian women's and this junior championship since 2003. It's been long overdue. Well, Korea is actually only participating in the World Juniors for the second time ever in curling history.
And how did they do then?
The first time?
Yeah.
It was in 2006, and they were actually host nation. They ended up with 5 wins, didn't make the playoffs.
No, definitely say this Korea team has exceeded all expectations. It's a great achievement for them to make the final, and it could even come home with a gold medal.
좋아요. 10. 하이 10.
오!
10. 하이.
Yeah, it's been Japan that's been dominant and been representing the women at the juniors most years.
And they got a bronze medal last year, so I think just as you expect the teams that come out of Canada to do well, you definitely expect the teams that make it out of Asia to be really good.
Yeah, it seems so. And you know, it's growing over there. They're getting a lot better. We just saw really of China make it to the playoffs at the Olympics. It's near getting their first medal in Olympic history on the men's side, but just lost out to Sweden's Nicholas Edin in a very close fought bronze final.
Well be in front of the T-line now. Need the roll to be in the rings, but can actually roll all the way behind. And I think that's out, so that would be a chance for Korea to now play a draw.
Well, maybe split the top one to score 2.
Yes, because of course this is the last one. It's lucky I have you, Sander.
Yeah, either just throw this one through, but I think it's worth a go here. The split's not the hardest split I've ever seen. It's dead on the center line, makes it perfect. It's just a foot out maybe.
Yeah, and you could even throw this. Normally it's so important when you play the split that you make sure that you keep, have it just enough weight to still be in the rings, but now you could just play it so that it's through. If you don't make the split,
True.
you blank.
Catch about a quarter or a third with backline weight here. And if you do end up catching nothing, you can maybe just sweep it through for the blank instead. Second in, last stone, a split to score 2. Not sure if I've seen a split on the broadcast.
No, not to score. This needs to curl.
Close.
Yeah,
Just
I think
ticks
they were
off it.
trying to get
Is
it
that
by.
nibbling it?
I don't know, but the back one isn't.
No, I think that's in. I think that's a score of 1. So, bit of a missed opportunity there. And they're not going to be happy scoring 1 there, Korea.
Sorry. 넣고.
Oh well, tied up after 2. Well, let's see, there's a few stones in play on the sheet B between Sweden and Russia. 2 hybrid guards, is that what we call them?
Yeah.
2 a bit narrow corner guards up there, 2 red ones. Sweden lying shot in behind, back to 12. Looking to, I'll draw for 2 here actually. Isabella Vrano.
많이 좋아요.
And starting once again,
여섯.
Yun Oh
셋.
playing first stones for Korea.
오. 시작.
So again, it's Canada not being very aggressive with the hammer here, just playing the open hit.
Well, they might already be thinking about getting hammer in the even ends. Just want to blank this again and try and generate some score in the fourth end.
Well, I was just watching the World Junior Final on the men's side from '98, and John Morris won his first of 2 consecutive gold medals, playing Gary Mackay from Scotland. And the game was very much so. It's just Scotland drawing in, Canada hitting, but it was a different time 16 years ago. A lot more defensive. Trust me, I've seen a lot more interesting games than that that final back in Thunder Bay, Canada. Sports evolving, that's for sure.
And here we see an interesting crowd of kids in various outfits.
I'm not sure what the occasion is.
It's a final.
Okay. And then you dress up as Spider-Man and butterflies.
I think I will from now on.
Okay, fine.
And Tully will roll out. And, well, it's not really Korea that's in the position to make a move. I mean, they could put up a center guard, but they're just waiting on Canada with last stone advantage to decide whether they want stones in play or not.
많이 좋아. 여섯. 여섯.
좀 약해.
좋아.
셋.
샷.
이거 좀 더 높이는 게 나을 것 같아. 시작.
This one quite high up in the rings, but Taylor McDonald with her first of the third end. Still just playing the open hit. This time it's
지연아 노멀.
Korea not managing to keep their stones in the ring, so now Canada's going to draw out to the left-hand side. Could maybe find some backing with one of those stones just outside of the rings.
Got some room. Gotta go. Okay, Lime, yeah, you can go. Hard. Are you here? No. Okay, well then. Okay.
So not the best shot from Taylor there. Does kind of work as a corner guard, even though it's really wide. And if Korea is ever deep with this draw, Well, they're going to draw it to the other side with Sun Young Kim.
Yeah, well, if they're ever too deep, meaning through the house here, Canada can come around the guard.
And judging by the big whoa, and the sweeper's only looking at this, I think they're definitely not short.
It really needs to hang on here. It will not. So a chance for Canada to actually come around this wide corner guard. It's plenty. I've seen teams score with this type of corner guard before. Thing I do see very often though when they try to come all the way to the edge of the rings is just to take too much ice, never giving it a chance.
Let's see what she can do, Keely Brown. She's got room apparently.
It's not a big surprise really. Just took ice on the center line there. Not even close. That's heavy too.
Yeah, that was kind of the same ice that she had for Taylor McDonald, and she ended up all the way over there, so maybe just a couple of different throws. And, now I would like to see the team start taking advantages of the little misses that we get. We got a bunch in the previous end as well, and just not really making good use of them. And could get a really good roll here. That's definitely not a bad shot by Keely Brown. Rolls far, and it is in the open, but if Korea hits now, they could maybe roll out again. Kyung-hee Kim, fourth player for Korea. Important to stick around. Love to roll to the center. Oh, she'll hit it on the nose.
Yeah, it might be a hit and roll for Kelsey Rock here, but so far back in the house.
Yeah, I
So
don't think you can get buried like a chunk.
Yeah, it's tricky to get buried because you'd almost have to be outside the rings.
I'm not sure if that's worth the risk here, really. If you do roll out, Korea comes around the guard, you're forced to win here. Even if you make the roll, Korea might just come after and tap it out and actually set him behind the guard. I think maybe I'd just be rolling back into the open side here.
Yeah, well, they probably wanted to black since they started hitting early, so that might be the best way to make sure you get it.
I guess Canada, they're looking for the blank. If they do get a mistake, they're happy to take their two, but I'm not sure if this is the best spot to try that. See what you can do. Just wasn't on the sweep there early enough. And I wonder if it's possible for Kim to make the roll herself here. It's worth a try, although we saw Kelsey Rock miss the blank attempt in the first end.
Yeah, well, it's definitely worth a try. It's nothing, there's no risk for Korea If she doesn't make this, it's a blank, and if she makes it, it might not be a blank. So, well, she needs to hit it.
Well, it seems to be hitting the high side here. No.
Could have swept it.
Yeah, I was surprised they didn't sweep that one there. Obviously weren't looking for the roll there for some reason.
Okay, trying to follow it this time. Also, up more.
So second blank attempt now for Kelsey Rock. And she'll make that one, no bother at all. Canada gets the blank. Still a tight game, and they will have hammer in the fourth.
Good throw. Yes, we're good now. Okay. Plus for sure now. Yeah, it's good too. It's good too.
Maybe in the world final. They know how.
일곱. 여섯, 일곱. 다섯, 여섯. 여섯. 다섯. 넷. 시작.
Korea coming in again. A high one, top 12 foot.
좋아서. Line's good. Halfway. Line's good.
And we are going to see the corner guard.
Finish it a little.
Canadians want to score in the fourth end, so they're making sure they have some stones in play.
Nice throw.
좋아요. 좀 걸렸다.
약하다.
엄마. 하이.
기다릴까? 다섯. 다섯.
Just trying to tap up that yellow. Now having two, and they're also a bit staggered up there. And Canada can definitely get shot by drawing behind the corner, so that's what they're going to do with Claire Tully's second stone.
Real hard line. Hard. Go, go, go. Hard.
Working this one for line, trying to get it past the guard here. Looking pretty close. Still going, so it's not heavy then. And although the sweepers had to work massively to get it there, it's a really nice shot by Claire Tully.
다섯 여섯.
Yeah, just gonna come after this red with a draw, maybe a tap.
웨이트 행복해. 많이 행복해. 많이 행복해, 많이. 많이 붙여야 돼.
Just gonna tick it. Spin to the back of the 12. Canada still lying shot here.
웨이트 좀 세다. 7번, 8번. You like this? Or you like this? I like that better. Go medium up. Really go here. Okay, good release.
Oh, and Russia had a massive score of 5 against Sweden in the third end.
Whoa.
They just kept putting stones in, and I guess I didn't see the final stone from Isabella, but she must have missed her final 2 draws.
That's okay. Works.
Oh, Canada gets a double. But she will also roll out. And I think that yellow one on the side, did that not hit the wall, Sander? Maybe it didn't. Yeah.
That's okay.
I've seen that before, actually. Korea playing Russia in the round robin. When told you this when we were doing another broadcasted game. It was Korea playing a nose hit to score 4. She jammed at the back, so they're only line 3. And then Anders Kraft, the coach of Russia, came on and said, well, that stone that touched the barrier, shouldn't be there. Oh, just feathers the guard.
Got close.
Well,
Sorry.
yeah, Anders Kraft said, oh, that shouldn't be there. So they took that out of play, rightfully so. So they were only left with 2. But then Russia wanted to put the biter on for the second point. And the umpire came on and said, no, that's out as well. So they only ended up scoring 1 point when they thought they had the nose hit for 4.
That's hard, but show some mental strength to get by it, though. They did win that game.
That's just a bit crazy that everyone left that stone. I'm glad they didn't now, though.
And this one is not short, that's for sure. Will hang around, but Korea can now hit to sit 2. And again, just not really managing to make use when there is a miss. We tend to see a miss from the other team as well. So, well, maybe just some final nerves.
Oh. 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 Good job.
What has she got? Sun Young. She will bang it on the nose to sit 2. But again, if they had played that just a little slower, maybe bored, Korea could have even gotten the roll. And that's what Canada can do now.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, my bad.
missed line call by Kelsey. Also wrecks the guards, just like Korea did, but they were off that for so long and then it just started curling on them.
닦아서 줘요.
넷만 다 들어도 괜찮아.
Korea now
넷만
coming
다 들어도 괜찮으니까
round the
세게
guard
해.
to sit 3.
이거 안 돼요. 타이트해진다
Looks like they got some good line. And that's a really nice shot by Sun Young. Well handled by the sweepers. Now sits buried top 8 foot.
What do you like?
Might peek out a little bit, but not really leaving Canada a shot to be buried.
Can freeze to it. Can you see any of it?
Even if we're like fourth shot. Yeah, those ones are exciting. I get it. I just can't rub off it and then they roll behind.
What are you thinking? We're either thinking freeze to the one they just threw or the back one. If we freeze to the back one, we're not shot.
I like the corner freeze on this one.
Okay.
Okay, we can't bounce off it then. You could run the guard too.
I could run the guard too. Yeah. Whatever you feel more comfortable with.
It's still open enough, I think.
Okay, let's freeze.
So it is going to be the freeze. We heard Keely Brownson in the hack. I just can't bounce off it. Of course, meaning you really don't want to be heavy here. Push the yellow one behind the guard even more instead of in the open.
Okay, well then. Line's good. Line's, whoa, no bounce, no bounce. No, not even on the rock
And,
yet.
well,
Okay.
should maybe just have swept that actually to try and get it behind the yellow and at least tuck a piece of it. Not really getting the communication right here. And leaving this wide open for Kim. Well, Kim will get rid of that. Rolls out. It is Korea still lying 3.
Right here. If you tap them, that's okay.
I don't know if I can. I think at least get one in there.
Just make go after her, she could jam.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I gave you. So.
Go around.
Yeah, if we're around, it's not terrible.
So freezing again. Just try to get a mistake out of the Koreans that could enable them to score 2. But otherwise you might just have this draw to score 1, so might as well have a shot at it already.
Okay, got a bit of room. Room. Wait only. Room. Whoa, then. Can you go here? Whoa. Can you go here? Okay, it's too late now.
And now maybe thinking about plan B.
For your shot.
Coming in behind. But left it, and pretty much the same result. And now if Kim can just hit this on the nose or roll just a bit towards the center line, it'll make it much harder, because if Kelsey then plays the draw, she's going to need to come out wider.
선이야 얇으면 우리 거 맞나?
Chance to lie 4 here
얇으면 맞을 것
for
같아.
Korea. Remember yesterday in the men's semi-final, Norwegian skip Eirik Moon came up short on a draw against 4. Swiss then was leading the game 6 shots to 1, controlled that in and made the final. We'll see that at 1 o'clock today as they play Scotland.
And it's all or nothing now. One yelling really hard, and it's now curling.
Bit of a mistake, takes off the both back two. I wonder if there's even a double now for score of 2 for the Canadians.
I'm not sure they could stick around if they made the double.
Is it worth it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
I think it's there.
I'm comfortable with
We
it
could
for
draw
2.
too. So.
Doesn't jam.
I think it goes here.
Okay.
Just me. I'm hanging out like a ton of weight.
Yeah, I don't want to throw it tight. Hers stays pretty straight here. It doesn't throw much rotation. So.
That's a big turnaround. Could have been a draw against 4. Ends up being a double for 2.
Okay.
Yeah, they just left Kim's a bit too long.
This is my first instinct.
You had that one on the wrong side, really. Could have rolled a bit towards the right of our screen.
Here, hers are.
Kelsey Rock with a chance to really save Canada from trouble.
Really hard. Hard.
Oh, but it's really, really curling. What have they got? Not much. It's a steal of 1 for Korea. So after 4 ends, Korea with a 2-1 lead. It's a big opportunity for Canada. They were in quite a lot of trouble, even if the forefoot were open. A miss by Kim, and well, they still managed to get a steal of 1.
Seems like all our animals are leaving the building.
Oh no. I quite like having Batman around when you play curling.
Have you had
I've
that
never
before?
tried, but I
Alright.
would really like to.
Right, so Korea in the lead here after 4 ends.
Yeah.
As mentioned, Korea's only second appearance at the World Junior Curling Championship on the women's side. First time they made the tiebreaker, lost that. Could make the playoffs. Korea here in the final, they've medalled. Going to be the first women's team to have medalled for Korea, that's for sure. But Canada so looking for the gold. It's been so long since Marlies Miller, or Marlies Kasner as she's known as now. She plays lead for Stephanie Lawton, which also skipped the team with her younger sister in 2000 when they lost the final. The Millers sisters. Quite the successful juniors, and now they play together on one of the better women's teams in Canada. But 2003, it's been a long while.
And even though this is the 5th end, We saw Canada blanking the third to keep hammering the fourth, but
좋아요.
now they're down one, so would probably like to make it into the halftime break with deuce on the board.
죽는다. 진짜 많이 죽었어.
Oh, keeps getting her first stone to the top 12 foot, not really giving the Koreans that really great setup that they want. And Sweden got one in the fourth end against Russia. Russia 2 points up, lead the game 5-3. They also have hammer in the fifth.
다섯, 넷, 다섯. 넷.
넷 다섯.
구구반.
웨이트만.
웨이트 약간 있어, 라인만. 여덟. 아홉. 아홉, 열. 엉덩. 아홉.
헐. 예. 오.
She's trying to tap this, and she will do so.
쉣.
Well, still sits for second shot.
Yeah, I can get a roll. Top one.
The yellow shot one is wide in the open.
I don't know, what do you like? We gotta get rid of something. Yeah, I don't like it either. What? Not these two. That one, yeah. You have to hit it thin so you don't jam, but... And your might be rolling out. What? Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, okay, play this then.
Not really liking that top yellow. Gonna try and make the double, get rid of both that and the shot stone. Gotta be careful to avoid the jam and to also keep the shooter.
Does that very nicely. Gets 2 yellows off.
Yeah, and they're sitting good there. That one is behind the corner, behind the quite deep. It's not really a good way for Korea to get to it, and everything is now also on the left-hand side. Nothing really in the middle.
Yeah, been able to lure the Koreans in behind the corner guard here. Gonna draw a round. You might be going for the top here instead. They didn't have the line for the draw.
And that's not gonna help them a whole lot.
At least doesn't leave a double, but leaves a hit and roll.
Yep, and to avoid giving a double back, Canada's gonna roll to the right side. Made a really nice double with her first. Taylor McDonald now needs this hit and roll.
Queen! Yeah! Yeah! Whoa! Whoa! High roll, Keely, go, go,
Sun Young with a good roll here. Could maybe get Korea out of trouble. Even hitting this thin enough for the double. Not spilling the red. Sets 2.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to bring that red one in to score. Anyway, that's a nice shot. Canada's going to play the freeze, that yellow being in behind the tee line. Still a good chance for the Canadians to set up for a 2. A few more people in the rafters now since the last time I looked in the first end. As expected.
Quite a lot of the teams coming in to cheer on the final. Most of the Canadian fans sitting down by the ice. As Keely Brown rubs off that freeze, leaves it in the open.
너무 올라갈까?
너무 올라가는 게 낫지 않을까? 노멀.
노멀?
어.
오케이.
미리 닦아와줘.
아.
다 할 줄 알았어요. 죄송해요.
And maybe Sun Young forgot that she had another one left.
일로 갈 거예요.
Well, that's easy to do.
That's always a bonus when you realize you have more stones than you think.
방금 좀 약했지.
I think they would rather roll to the center here than leave so many stones for Canada to freeze on.
나쁘지 않은 것 같아.
It's a roll to the center, but Canada is still
뭐 밖으로 와가지고.
able to roll back. Not sure the double is, well, it's a good shot, but could just play the roll, use the yellow as backing.
Yeah. You can throw more, I just asked. Okay. Whoa! No, right off, right off. Close. No, no, no.
Hits it thin, almost get the double instead, but now that red one is removable.
That's fine. That's what I wanted.
Kim with her first. Want to keep the shooter. And she won't. And might make a difference now who's counting between the back yellow and the back red.
Well, it's not easy to get to that top yellow. I'm not sure if they know. It looks red to me, but it's pretty close.
I'm going to say yellow.
Even if it was red, not sure if she would make a play here.
No,
on
it
the top
looks
yellow.
really difficult to get to it from the intern side.
So I'm just going to try and come around again.
Yeah, pretty much. So that one's like half.
Russia doing a good job keeping things tidy on their sheet. 2 points up on Sweden with Hammer in the fifth end. As Kelsey Rock just coming down with the draw here. Waiting for the curl.
Line's good. Finish. Yeah, you gotta finish it hard. Hard.
So waited as long as they could.
Right
They're
back.
going for wheat.
Right back.
Trying to finish this one. And not really getting there. Still in the open.
So I think
Yeah, I think just changes. Yeah.
Kim just need to take a bit of weight off this to make sure that she sticks around. Well, I guess even if she's not going to stick around, it's still going to be a shot for one.
좋아요, 이트.
Looks like she has done that, and it's really curling now.
A nice shot. And sits to maybe 3 as Swedish skip Isabella Verano throws her stone right through. I think she was trying to hit the stone that's nibbling the rings at the top of the 12. Might be a draw for 2 for Russia here.
Same wicket.
Looking really upset, the Swedish skip.
Yeah, they're trailing quite a lot to Russia over there.
The draw looks good for Fortunova.
Yeah, they will have a 7-3 lead going into the halftime break. And this is looking good from Canada as well.
Yeah, nice draw. To the forfeit. It's going to be tied up at 2 each as we head into the halftime break. So at least our gold medal game is tight. And I think we might see things open up a wee bit after the fifth end. It has been the story for most of our games so far this week, but it's a little bit different. It's a final. Might see 2 cautious teams out there for the second half as well. But you know, we're going to take a few minutes break here, and we'll be back with some highlights of the first 5 ends, and certainly the rest of the game. We'll keep you updated on the bronze final as well.
So we do have some highlights from the first half of the gold medal game on the women's side. In the first end, it was Canada and Kelsey Rock looking for the blank. Won't manage to roll all the way out and picks up a score of 1 in the first end. And in the second end, Kim has a split to get a deuce. They're just waiting on this to curl enough. It won't, but actually taps the top stone in the rings, rolls out, so Korea will score 1 back. Third end was blanked, and after Kim got rid of some backing, Kelsey Rock is left with a tricky double to score 2. She will over curl it, and it's a steal of 1 for Korea. In the fifth end, just before the halftime break, Kim got rid of a red one to sit 2, maybe even 3, leaving Kelsey Rock with a draw to score 1. She will put it on the tee line, pick up a score of 1, and it's a tied game at 2 each after the first 5 ends. We also have a bronze medal game going. It's between Russia and Sweden, and I can tell you Sweden's really falling behind there. It's Russia's putting all the pressure on, and they are leading that game 7-3. Sixth end just getting started. And Claire Tully finds a good place for her first. And I thought we would see Korea really looking to score in the sixth end, but this is a takeout from O. And it's also a takeout that's hanging really wide. Oh, she will just drive it by. And Canada pointing to another one, top 12, 8-foot. Could also just put up a really tight center guard here, and O wouldn't be allowed to hit it.
Line's good. Do you want it in? Yeah, you can.
Just going to make a correction. I said Porchinova made the draw for 2, and it looked like it was Kovalyova that made the shot, and then I just went over to the Russian guys and asked if they made a line change up, and they have. So I was that's Kovalyova playing 4th and Skip for the bronze final game.
Yeah, I think Porchinova has been feeling a bit insecure. She's missed a couple of hits and struggled to find the 4-foot, so just changing the lineup, maybe take some pressure off Porchinova. She's a great player, and well, it really seems like it's working for them.
Green. Oh no.
Yep. Just nose.
And I would say I'm a little bit surprised by Korea's choice in tactics. Maybe not the second one, but the first one. Were you expecting them to hit rather than put up the corner guard?
I think I'm gonna quote Ray Turnbull, former curler and commentator, on that one. They're juniors. You never know what they're gonna do.
Okay, so that's the quote of the day from Sander. How old are you?
What?
No, it's a Jew.
I'm 23, but that was Ray Turnbull. That was one of the things he said during the 98 men's final I just mentioned earlier and watched last night between Morris and Gary McKay of Scotland and Thunder Bay. It's funny, there's a few mistakes there. I gotta say, I think the juniors nowadays are making better calls than they did 16 years ago.
Yeah, and Yi-Hyun almost makes the double, but afraid she missed it in the wrong way. Oh, look, that's really close. because Canada can now draw the other side, really split the rings, and if Korea were looking for the blank, I don't think they're going to get it. Might just be a wise call for them to play a freeze after this.
Line's good. Make sure. Yo! Whoa, leave it high. Good.
We'll leave it quite high though, so another double attempt for the Koreans.
High! Yeah! Oh! Whoa! 더. Good see. Shit.
They're making a nice roll to group them together.
Yeah, a little bit hard for Canada to make the hit and roll back here. Keely Brown is going to try and find as much separation as possible with the reds.
No.
Be nice to be able to sit to force Korea to take their one here.
Yeah, you can clean.
But this one,
Easy clean.
I don't think it's going to roll towards the centre line. Nose hit. And there will be a splash double here if Kim wants to take it on.
Over.
She just pointed to both of the rolls, so I'm not 100% sure what they're making.
Maybe playing the hit and roll.
Yep. Oh.
Whoa, high.
Yep.
Whoa, high.
Whoa. Yep.
Does not make the double.
No, but rolls really far away again.
Easy again? Yeah, same weight. Clean. Whoa. Whoa. Clean. No. Yes, clean. Good.
Playing a hit and roll, just trying to group them together. Rolls out instead. Hangs on for short stone.
Yeah, I think so. It's really running on this side. Very, very straight. Okay, just nose. We can roll a little. Yeah, it's pretty straight on this side.
So Kelsey Rock here with our first shot of the sixth end. Just wants to hit and stick really.
Yo! Yeah. Right up. Right to it. Yo! Right to it. Clean. Good feet.
Good job. And I think we're going to see the freeze here from Korea. Just freeze onto the red. Hope Canada will blast the two roll out, and then you can blank by hitting the other red. Or if you make it really good and get a miss from Canada, you might even score 2.
좀 더.
라인 약간 넉넉해요, 에이트. 오.
First one in the sixth
라인
then
많이
for
넉넉해요.
Kyung-Hae Kim.
라인 기다려야 돼요.
말하지 마요 나한테 이거.
오. 알겠어요.
Oh, well heavy on that one. We'll leave Canada sitting 2.
Is there? Or do you want to make her draw? I guess that makes her draw.
Yeah. Spiting 8 foot.
Yeah, even if we're just full 12, it's fine.
Okay.
Just put a third one in there. Something that will maybe be in the way, at least visually, for Kim. Make the draw a bit tougher.
Just full 12. Full 12. Full 12. Line's good. Take a look. Full 12. Whoa, easy. Whoa.
Yeah, don't want to be too deep here and leave the nose hit.
Just bite the 8.
Looking pretty good, this one. Nicely controlled by the sweeper to bring that one into the top of the 12. Should be a fairly easy drop, but you know, when you're facing 3, it always makes you think a little more.
Yeah, especially because she just put one through the rings. Just need to figure out how much to adjust.
라인 좋아요.
Really important draw here. Final stone of the 6th end.
오!
Not at touch from Kim and O.
오! 수고해요.
Needs to hang on the 8 foot.
Looking a bit worried. The skip. Where is this going to go? Keely Brown sweeping this one. Is it enough? Yes, it is. Just enough to score the single for Korea. Looking quite relieved, Skip Kim.
One yellow.
Yeah, I think the Korean girls are looking quite relaxed anyway. They're laughing more than I've seen them in any other game. And leading the game now 3-2.
Tell her to throw the quarter guard on the other side.
I can do that.
It doesn't curl them.
Yeah.
So we're not finishing. We can't get behind there. So it's completely useless on that side. At least we can draw one line.
Here are some of the Canadian fans.
They always have a lot of props, eh?
Yeah, for sure. I think everybody's family has come over to Switzerland to watch.
라인 좋아요.
에이 좋아.
여섯이야. 어디?
7.
6. 7 안 돼. 6명.
7.
그래.
7. 7.
And find some better weight with her first draw in the 7th end.
Just that way. Okay. if you need to. It looks really high. Hard! Hard right back. Go, go, go hard! Hard! Okay, Claire.
It is all high and a little bit close to the centre line. Might block the out-turn draw here on the right-hand side. And even if you come around it, it's fairly tight to the centre.
앞으로 또 말 잡는다.
Only good thing though is you can actually come around that corner guard on the outside.
Yeah, but the purpose of the corner guard is really to get the play out to the wings and not get clogged up in a very, very tight area of scoring. You want to have some room when you have the last stone. And of course Korea, they don't have the last stone, so they want to make sure there's as little room as possible. Puts up the center guard and might not even have curled enough. Now Canada, I think they're coming round on the wide side of the corner guard.
Line's good. Line's good. Yup. We're really down. Hard. You can do it. You can do it.
Calling this one shy of weight. The sweepers really need to be in the house here. Well, surely they are. It wasn't that short.
No, it's in a nice position.
3대 보이나?
Well, that's what sweepers do. Just call it really light, so it seems like you've swept it a long way.
That's a good idea, actually. I might start.
지현아 탈퇴해서 앞에 열어도 괜찮아.
Let's call the guard. Oof, back 12. Been working out too much.
And then you can have a rest. It is peeking out. But we've said this. If you ever were to miss this, Sander, what's the way to go?
Probably at the centre guard, or corner guard, whatever you want to call it.
The red guard.
The red guard. Does tell our sweepers to stop, to get it to curl enough and take the corner guard off. Doesn't move it completely out of play, but
No,
should take a lot for Canada to maybe use that one. We'll see. Yeah, well,
it's not a bad corner guard now. It's
can use it.
Same way as last time.
You know, when it comes to calling the weight, I always feel really silly if I maybe call it top 12 and we sweep everything we got from start to finish and ends up top 12.
Should be good. Little up.
yeah, because then you didn't really make a difference,
Exactly,
did
it doesn't seem like you make a difference then.
you? Okay, so always just call it short then. Some wise curling tips for all of you players out there.
Yeah. Oh, bit of a heavy draw here. Wanted to be on the face of the yellow, but at least we'll hang around. So some reds building up, but the second one's just really open. Chance for Korea to play the hit and roll in behind the centre guard.
And even though there are stones lying around, I think both teams are still just in that okay zone where you make your shots okay, but we've not yet to see them really make that killing move that'll just
There's nothing that's made me go wow.
no. But
Only oh.
ha ha ha.
Oh, there we go.
That's a nice roll.
Yeah, that's a nice shot there. And you'd think Canada might have to run this one back and open things up here.
Try running too.
Yeah, and they could
You wanna try running?
get rid of all three maybe if they make this really good. While I need to tell you that Russia picked up another point, leading 8-3 over Sweden, looking like they're very close to picking up a medal.
Very close to making us run back too, I think. There we go. Spells everything. Really nice. That's probably as good as you can do there, MacDonald. Just spells everything. leaves the centre open. Squeezes one Korean stone in behind the corner guards, but might even help them in the end if Canada will choose to come around the corner guard. We'll see what happens here first.
세게 가야 될 것 같은데 칠라면 아유.
롤 되겠나 롤?
아니 롤은 힘들어.
Asking if there's a hole here between the red guards to come to the yellow. So Korea's going to come around here first, but you know, if you're ever deep, good chance for Canada to come in there. So if anything, want to leave this maybe top 12.
좋아. 빨리 와.
하이.
들어와야 돼요 이건.
하이 에이트.
에이트 에이트 에이트.
오 라인 아니에요 라인 아니에요. 오 라인 기다려야 돼요. 오. 오. 하이. 하이. 하이.
That's a nice drop. Might see the run again from Canada.
Do you think we can tap it a little? Okay.
I'm just gonna come around here and tap it back, try and set up a pocket.
Keely Brown has been close on a couple of these, but
Mine's a little tight. Roll it.
yet to make one perfect.
Room. Whoa. Whoa.
Bit of room, passing the guard. Will make contact, taps it back a little bit. We'll be able to freeze onto that yellow if Korea can't roll to
컨트롤.
the perfect spot.
What is the perfect spot?
And I'll just imagine rolling right in front of the best yellow, in behind the guard. If they roll a bit too far, I'll leave the freeze.
하이. 와.
Also trying to avoid the jam in the back.
I think that's pretty good.
You gotta make the double.
Leaves a double, but it's not going to leave a stone in behind the corner guard for a Canada line shot. So feel kind of safe for Korea so far. But make the double here, Keely Brown roll to the wing, make Korea hit that one, then you might come around the corner guard with Kelsey's first one. Set up for two.
Whoa, right off.
Hanging wide so far though. And it's only going to be the one.
Okay.
At least spells the one yellow to the side, the other one back four. But it might be forced to the one here.
아니 롤이 있잖아. 여기까지 맞아.
And if they are forced to the one,
넷. 살짝 올리게.
then Korea has successfully turned the hammer. And they will have it in the eighth end, which I consider a big advantage.
Why?
한번 타이트하게.
Well, if you're in the eighth end, just make sure you score. And then you make your opponent score in the ninth, and then you have last stone in the 10th end. Meaning if you do that, you have last stone 2 out of the 3 last ends. And if you even just score 1 in both your ends, you might win.
Whoa.
오.
Some teams also just like having the last stone in the 10th end to
라인 기다려야 돼요.
be the one to make the shot to win, rather than forcing your opponent to miss their shots.
웨이트. 오. 여기까지 그냥 세워요. 오.
I want to keep this quite high.
자.
I think they've done a good job. But leaves the shot stone in the open, and remember there are still a couple of corners in play, so it might be possible for Kelsey Rock to hit and roll.
I like bumpers.
She could set up too that way.
Okay. If anything, play tight.
What's that?
If anything, play it tight.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, try and hit and roll. Just bumper. Close. Whoa! No! No!
Shot for Canada to maybe set up a deuce.
Sit!
And she will hang around. Nice shot.
Yeah, going to force Korea to follow that shot stone down with a draw. Make the freeze here. Force Canada to take their one. It's pretty good. Even giving up two isn't the worst.
No, certainly not. But they would love to keep Canada to just a one.
좋아요, 이튼. 팀! 할! 안 돼요, 이튼 이거. 되면 안 돼.
And nothing. She was heavy on a couple of draws in the previous end. Need this to sit down now. Oh, and she's going to be heavy again. Oh, that will leave Canada a chance to pick up 2 points.
I don't know if we can use that, but. Okay.
This is where you threw your last end draw, so.
Okay.
She's not going to play the gap here. She's going to come wide with the end turn around the top
Needs to be 8.
Yellowstone. Score her 2.
I didn't really look, to be honest.
It might just be a lead for Canada. First time after scoring one in the first.
Line's good.
Last stone of the seventh end
No back.
on its way.
Line's good. All
No
good.
back.
Full 8-foot score deuce for Canada.
Full
That
12.
would be the first 2 on the board in the entire game. Gold medal game. The World Juniors. And it will be a score of 2. Canada, as you said, Sander, in the lead for the first time in the game since that first end. Now leading 4-3 after 7.
14-3 again.
Beautiful. Okay. Minus. Forcing one. It'd be nice if they blanked, but.
Yeah. Try it.
I think they started that one with HOT2.
Top 4.
Sit that one. 10 seconds. Yeah, you're good now.
A little bit of room right now.
Weight's really good.
Top 4.
And very, very important 8th end have started. Canada comes in, top 8 foot. And oh, it's going to put up the corner guard. Korea for sure wants to score in this end. Canada would like to keep them to only 1. If they could pick up a steal, it would be an amazing result. But we did predict a very tight game, Sander, and so far we've got it.
Yeah, well, that's all you can hope for, isn't it? Right, well, something you can hope for. It hasn't been the most exciting game, but I understand the teams.
Down. Line's a little wide.
And they play all cautiously.
Is it down? No, not down.
It's not down. Whoa, lots of room.
Lots of weight.
Don't want to give up a big end like Sweden did.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Give up 5 in the 3rd. Still trailing Russia.
Hard, hard, hard.
3 shots to
Go.
8.
Okay, Claire.
As Claire Tully comes a bit deep with her second. And Korea now going to hit and roll behind the corner guard. Want to get 2 and 1 here, clear off the high stone on the center line and get one buried at the same time. But this one looks wide. Errors on the wrong side there. Rolls all the way out to the other wing.
Okay, nice and slow. Easy.
Canada going to roll back. I think one thing that could be a bit tricky for both the teams is that you know that you want to keep track of the ice and
Weight's good,
you're
easy.
looking at where your opponents put the broom and where they throw, but I don't really think they can get a good read from watching each other because well, they're getting very different results from where they put the broom.
Yeah, well, Canada's a bit more positive maybe. Girls a bit less. I did see a few of the Koreans play their shots with close to 3/4 of rotation on some shots early in the week, but it seems like they've adapted a little bit.
Now playing the draw, center line is quite open, so just trying to come around the corner. Remember though, the corner guard is it's quite tight and it's also really high up. So you don't really want to come down too deep behind this. Makes it for shot stone. I'm not sure if it's
What do you have, like half?
it's about half in the open.
Okay, bumper.
Canada chance to set 3. Sweden picks up 1 against Russia. Russia now leading 8-4, and they also have hammer in the 8th end.
Little up, closer and easy.
I think Russia are on their way to take home a bronze.
Oh, oh no, don't clean it. No. Yeah, go field right yellow. Right out? Yeah. It's not really going out. Okay, that's fine.
Russia's done quite well at the juniors lately. They were the first. They were the first nation to be world junior champions before the same nation was world champions on the men's or women's level ever. Only had countries like Canada, Scotland, Switzerland, Norway, and Sweden win the world juniors before Lyudmila Provikova picked up the first Russian world junior gold in 2006. That was in Korea, and that was the first time Korea did play the world juniors, this being the second time.
Makes a nose hit there, not really
Do you like this turn? I could do it turn.
putting any pressure on or working to generate a multiple score. It'd be quite nice for Keely Brown to hit this,
Down.
avoid the jam, make a little roll towards the center and start closing that center line off again.
Hard! Hard! Go, go, go hard! Good.
And she just manages. Are they going to get the roll now?
No roll, but looks like they've gotten a double here.
Easy. One more. Clean. Yep. Whoa. Clean. Whoa. Good. Little roll clear.
Canada still sitting a couple. Last one for Sun Young. I think, well, Korea, they don't really want to blank this end. I think they'd almost rather score. And Canada's hitting 2 now. So they could have just maybe drawn around the corner to still try and get a 2 out of this end.
Yeah. Nose is okay. Little roll. Nose is okay. Easy. Super straight still. Good release. Top of it's not bad either, hey? What's that? Over top of it and roll? If we're really curling, then yeah. Just nose is okay. Maybe roll a little to the inside, it's good too. Yeah.
I'm going to make sure not to jam this one. Seems to be in control. Or, yeah, no problems there. Leaves Canada sitting to Sweden scored 1 in the 7th, now currently lying 2 in the forfeit, with a Russian stone in front, putting up the centre guards, trying to guard that all the way through. Might pick up a steal 2 here if they do a good job, and Russia can't get in there. So there's a slight hope for Sweden.
Yep, they're working hard over there. And now Korea have elected the draw. They're going to come down the stone top 12 foot, come round it, sit back 4. Just hope to get a miss out of Kelsey Rock if she tries to run that back. Kyung-hee, she's been really heavy on her past 3 draws. And not really a lot of work from Kim In-oh now.
Seems like he needs a curl to passes the guard by a wee bit there, and that's just going to line the open. No finish there either, really. Maybe just a bit of the straighter side. Could have also come around the corner guard there, had a bit more space.
Yeah, but they've struggled to come around the corner guard as well. It just seems straight there too. Yeah,
Just bumper.
Kelsey Rock can see a lot of this.
Whoa! 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 No. Clean. Little roll clear. Little roll clear. Hard.
Makes a nice one. And Kim is not going to draw again. Playing the hit now. Want to stick it to score 1. Final stone of the 8th end. And a really big whoa, cannot afford to roll out here. Remember, Canada sitting 3. Oh, but she will. And it's a steal of 2. Big steal for Canada. Big miss by Kim. Canada now with a 6-3 lead. They are getting closer to that gold medal. And if you're on Twitter and you have any questions, comments, anything, you can use hashtag WJCC to 2014. We'll try and answer it the very best we can. You can also find us on Facebook in the World Junior Curling Championships. But, well, this is the final game of the World Juniors in the women's section 2014. It's for the gold medal, Canada, Korea, and Canada now in a big lead, 6-3 after a miss by Kim in the 8th. She rolled off.
How did she make that stop? That was 13-8.
Russia seemed to clear up the situation a little bit. On sheet B in the bronze final, only lying 1 now, Sweden, and Isabella Vrano, skip of Sweden, just hogged her guard by a quarter of a foot. So Kovalyova might be left a short run back in the house here to lie 2 actually, and could very well kill off the game already with a 4-point lead here at Hammer in the 8th end.
Yeah, and Korea chasing this game. Need to score 2 at least, and then steal and steal again.
It's not impossible.
No. But it's a big advantage, Canada, right now. If they can just keep their nerves, keep their composure, not think too much about that gold medal that's just lying there on the side of the sheet.
Line's good. No, line's tight. You gotta go. No, line's good. Just kidding. We're all there. Good.
Nice shot by Claire Tully, as Kovalieva's shot coming down here as well. Makes the short run back line, 2 yellows in the house. Sweden only with a freeze on the stone just back of tee to potentially stealing this in now. Last shot for them.
라인 좀 라인. 너 라인. 에이 좋아. 이거 맞춰줘. 맞춰줘. 와야지. Yeah, sorry.
Second corner guard is up. Taylor McDonald, second for the Canadian team. She's allowed to peel them off, and she'll get 1 and 2. Nice shot.
That's really big. Just kills off everything for Korea. That's how you deny Korea back in the game. Great double.
Yeah, Korea now keep putting this corner guard up. Canada's allowed to they can now just peel this single one, and as long as they avoid a mistake, it's going to be tricky for Korea to get a multiple score in here. And it's handshakes between Sweden and Russia. Kovalyeva made a hit to take 3 in the 8th end, and it's an 11-4 win. Russia will get the bronze. So they came back. They lost a 3-4 game to Sweden. Had a day's rest, regrouped, came out with a big win in the bronze game. Korea's going to start tapping these red ones back now. Just try and create a pocket that they can freeze onto. And we do have a question on Twitter from Olivia Lawrence. Sander, who has been the best women's skip?
Well, sometimes it's hard to tell. You can't watch all the games in a championship, but from what I've seen, I think maybe Kelsey Rock has been the most consistent skip. She's been making some good calls and making some good shots, come up with a few great wins at times, and when I just look through all the skips in the championship this week, most of them has had bad games, and might be a bit of a cliche thing to say as they're in the lead in the final here, but I think Kelsey Rock is my pick. Any chance you might agree?
I will agree. She's even even the times where her team has struggled, she's been able to make them win basically just by getting her own shots in the perfect spot.
Well, second cousin of Marcel Rock, the 3-time world champion, lead for Randy Ferbey.
이쪽으로 붙으면 돼. 아. 라인은 좋았어.
If anyone was wondering if the Rock name was any way related, it is.
And Korea still playing the freeze here.
Look here.
Could tap these back to set themselves up for a deuce.
붙어야 돼.
Need to get it all the way down now. Seems like they have better line. Great weight, over curls a fraction.
Time out.
And timeout called by Canada.
You might end up. Right? I don't want to jam and get it too.
Yeah.
Like if we guard,
You'll probably double ours out. Yeah.
We're just thinking there's a guard time yet. Like that one's pretty. Yeah.
We're 1-2. Because if we go after it, we'll double our own out or jam it.
And they're a lot closer this time.
I think just guard it, even if you're like top 12.
Yeah,
Get
really.
right in there. So
Yeah, you
that
can
if
sit
she-
right on top of it.
You could
Yeah.
corner freeze it, and if she plays something weird, then you just come in and play something weirder.
High's better though.
Yes, that sounds great.
I lost my words there. I'm sorry. I just think I wouldn't play it high. I would play closer.
Well,
is what I was trying to get.
I'd rather
Yeah,
heavy
but
guard
if she
than light.
can somehow double the back ones out, then she'll be sitting first. And if Kelsey misses her second, then they could get 2. So the higher we are, the less.
Like at this point, we're okay with
You
two.
just can't give up.
One would
Yeah.
be even better.
Yeah, none would be
Steal
even
would
better.
be
But
Oh, let's just
Really great.
try
Yeah.
keeping it 2 at this point.
yeah, at this point, I'm thinking two.
So Amanda Dawn Kadir coming in to
Do you
talk
think
to
we
the
guard?
team.
Yeah. Okay. We just want to know if this was when we switch.
I think this is when you guard.
Yeah.
Microwave. Higher.
Probably, you could literally be frozen to it and it'd still be okay. I think.
Right? Tighter? I would go, yeah. Tight guard.
A tight guard.
Yeah, So that guard if you're heavy, that's okay. But
Probably
no
top,
higher than tight.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that would have been a little bit tighter.
tight top 12. Yeah. Okay.
Let's go, ladies.
So we're going to see the aggressive move. Canada are sitting 2. Don't want to jam back this yellow, so
My
they're going to
jaw
guard
really
it.
curls here.
If they could ever get away with a steal here, it's pretty much game over.
15. No, I'll leave it there. Okay.
Yeah, well, Korea's going to have to do a lot of work to to remove these reds and score more than one if Kelsey Rock puts up the centre guard here. She's pretty much going to have to miss this completely to let Korea have a good chance of sitting 2 with her next shot.
Mine's good. Mine's
Kelsey
good.
Rock.
Mine's good. Got a curl. Got a curl.
First one for her in the 9th end. She's playing a tight guard.
Got a curl a lot. Yeah, go now. Finish. Finish. Yeah. Far back as it goes. Right back. Really hard. Really hard. Right back. Right back. Right back. Go, 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 go hard.
So it brings it tight, even actually top 12. They were talking about that not being such a terrible option. Just if Korea makes any type of play on the yellows here, they can always run that one back. Does leave the yellow maybe half exposed, but
Oh, don't
I
beat that.
don't think they can are able to remove both the red shots here in one go.
No.
And,
Can probably tap it back, get them both behind the T line on the right hand side, maybe open, keep one yellow on top of there, and try and score 2 with Kim's last.
yeah, well, the shooter's always going to roll in the open, and Canada can always hit that at least. Make sure You only scored 2. Needs a good shot here. Probably playing about hack weight.
You can't really be heavy with this. Need to keep them both. And need to hit probably as much as you can see. Kyung Aiken.
볼게요. Whoa. Whoa. High.
Oh, and it's really going.
Yeah, I
Thinks
think
it's going to be all over the guard.
yeah, almost close to nose here. We'll roll it in though. Will it be for 4th shot? I think so. So,
I thought you were tight.
but again,
Yeah,
not sure if
same.
there's a
Okay, last ice then. Okay.
there's a double here, even if Kelsey doesn't play her shot. I just wonder if it jams too much on the second red. They're just going to play the guard again.
Yeah, and tough.
Yeah,
If
give myself that
if Korea was at least that yellow one would have been better than the red. It could have still been a shot for them. But it's going to be hard to even score here.
Yeah, might have to come off their own yellow actually on the wing.
Or the red.
Yeah, maybe a end off double for 2. Could be on here if she plays the guard, Kelsey Rock.
Okay, she's tight this line. It's okay. Don't jump it.
Okay, it's
Line's better.
Line's pretty good. Okay, line's
That's
good.
fine. Yep.
Whoa, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, 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 whoa,
Whoa.
whoa, whoa.
Whoa.
No, it's gotta stop.
That was pretty tight. It's easily run back for Korea, but the problem is they're running a redstone back.
Yeah, that would only give them 1. Even if it's possible for them to get a double on the reds. They might need to look at coming in off that wide red.
Yeah, I think you need to throw it really hard, but if you come off the wide red here and catch the underside of the redstone at the top of the 4, then slide down onto the back one, it's a really tough shot, and then you need some weight if you want to score 2 that way.
I don't even think they're looking at making this to score 2. That would even score them 3 if they could get rid of all the 3, but that's hard. They're just looking to roll in for 1.
Yeah, I think if you're only rolling in for 1 though, it might be easier coming off the yellow one and just rolling. You might just play the double on the reds to score.
Tough shots both ways. And only scoring 1 probably isn't going to be enough. Going to leave Canada 2 points up and also with the last stone in the final end.
Whoa. 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 Whoa.
And she makes a really nice one. And I wonder if she just played that really hard. Could have,
Yeah, well, that was the exact shot I was thinking about.
yeah.
Even catching it just slightly thinner, could have been there for 2. But only the 1 for Korea. Canada with a big lead here, 6 shots to 4 with last stone in the 10th end.
세부터 갈까?
셋.
And we have another question on Twitter, Sarah,
Go for it.
from Chelsea Jensen. Who was that favourite team coming into this tournament? Meaning who?
Who were the favourite team?
Aye, who were the favourites to win the thing?
I think coming into the tournament, you have to say Russia was always going to be favourites. They were the reigning world junior champions and solid team. But the only team that we really knew coming into this, the Canadian team, they're probably not new in Canada, of course, but they're new to the world junior stage. So you're a bit unsure when they come in what they're going to be like. And
Well, there's been a few new teams overall, really. Not for us, maybe on the tour, but at the World Junior stage, having new Swedish team. Korea's not been here before. Switzerland.
Scotland also with
Scotland
a new team.
So it was really tough to say, and I have to agree. I think the only team I was really expecting to be in the playoffs was Russia, and they just won the bronze medal. So good on them. Had a new front end.
Yeah, but they've been playing that team in women's Spiels also with the same front end. So I would say they were probably favourites coming in, but they've done a good job to get the bronze. And well, both Canada and Korea, they have put on a great show. They definitely deserve to be in the finals. And that is, ooh, so close.
Yeah, really close by Claire Tully. Obviously not allowed to remove the stones from play, the guards from play at this stage. So Korea will be allowed to just put that one back, and the shooter is removed.
둘도 괜찮아요.
So at least that's a good start for Korea. Nice tight guard. Now they're going to put up another one. Well, Kelsey Rock's team has been consistent. They lost a provincial final in Alberta last season, if I'm not mistaken, beating I think Jocelyn Peterman this year in the final. Jocelyn Peterman, of course, represented Canada at the 2012 World Junior Championships in Östersund.
Korea doing a great job with these guards. You see one tight to the rings, the other one really high. Big separation also lined up. And are we seeing a draw now? They're totally going to come round all of this.
Lots of room, no line.
This one's hanging out there.
Whoa, line's actually curling.
Weight coming down, says McDonald.
Well, it's really starting to swing.
Yeah, sometimes actually when you move further out, you might catch a bit of new pebble or even just a little frost. Might make it swing a bit more.
That's a nice draw by Tully. I think Korea's going to come down and freeze to it.
라이너.
약간 오케이. 좀 말렸어 이거. 레이트 오케이. 라인만. 백.
Tap it back, just behind the tee line. It's a really nice shot. Remember, Korea need a steal of 2 to tie the game up. And Taylor McDonald, she made a great peel in the 9th end. Really take all the chances away for the Koreans. And here she is again. Gets rid of the top guard. It's really all she could do. Those guards were so wide apart and then the exact same line. So could be guarding again now, or coming down to freeze the back one.
라인만 웨이트 오케이.
클린해.
I think it is a come around call. Need to work to get it past their own guard though. Don't really want to wreck on this and set up a double.
I think she'd done that though. And you'll probably see Canada take off the century guard here. It might even
that way, maybe slide
wreck the
in or
second one too. Just every shot made for Canada now is one step closer to the gold medal.
Yep.
McDonald
Whoa.
definitely on the
Yep.
first one.
Yep. Whoa. Yeah.
Don't want to jam it.
Good.
That does. Not too bad though.
No, removes both yellows, and that's corner guard. The red one,
셋이야.
Korea now just gonna keep guarding, hope Canada won't make a double. Try and come down and sit two with their last, but they're still gonna need a big miss from Canada.
좋아요. 좋아.
셋. 셋.
셋.
많이 기다려야 돼요.
얍. 팔. 얍.
팔.
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 으쌰.
셋.
Center guard
No,
up.
no, no, really wide.
Clean. Yep.
Keely Brown is just going to take it off. Looking pretty safe as always. There we go. No mistakes.
똑같이 할게요. 약간 라인 너무
이렇게.
라인 약간 오목해요. 오. 오. 오.
얍. 팔.
헐.
Not much for Korea to do, then put the center guard back up.
Yep.
Yeah, that's hard. Turn it in. Hard.
Real hard.
Really hard.
Hard.
Need to work. They don't really want to leave a guard up here.
Straight out, Claire. Straight out.
And they've got it.
야, 여기 치면 다시 여기 붙여. 아홉.
And
좀 돌자.
are they making a move in the rings now? I think they're tapping the yellow back onto the red. We are down to skip stones, and Kelsey Rock, she knows
많은 것 같다.
if she can just make the yellow go away, she's gonna take the gold back to Canada.
많이 좋아요, 이트. 하이. 오, 하이.
안 되겠다.
Wanna tap it onto the red.
오.
기다려.
It's really important to keep the line,
Yeah, this one's over curling, I think.
and it's also heavy.
If some, well, one gets behind the guard at least. So we'll probably have a chance to sit two if anything. If I was Canada, maybe just
Nose? What's wrong with nose?
hit the yellow one here.
Okay, if you peel this out, she has to tap this, then you follow her down. If you sit here, she has to tap both of them.
She's gotta tap both of them. She's gotta make the double.
Okay.
Smells.
No,
we're
we're thinking if we sit here, she has to somehow tap both of them,
Right? Like she'd have to play the double and I'd have an open off for my last one.
easy.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's all about figuring out what you want to leave yourself with your last, and if she can just make this go away, it'll be an open hit for sure.
Burst of skip stones for Kelsey Rock. Wants to remove this yellow. Try and set 2. Want to force Korea to make the double. But hanging white so far might roll off. Or where's this ending up? No, that's good. That's a great shot, and Korea has to make the double here. Don't have to throw massive weight at it. You could just throw enough to move the reds out of the forfeit. And if you ever could, try and hit the top of that back red. So you might spin the shooter up and behind the centre guard. That'd be the best result.
Yeah, I don't think they're playing a lot of weight, just getting thin on the first and tapping the second one back a bit. Sit 2, try and have some backing on the shot one.
I think that's the right way to play this one. It's really thin too. You need to control this with your sweepers. Obviously, the less weight you play, the more the stone's going to curl and the more effect you have with the sweeping. Big shot here. I'd really like Kelsey Rock to at least play her last one. Sweeping it. Oh, I wonder if this is over curl already. It needs to move both the reds. I don't think that's going to happen. Sets for 1. That's not good enough.
No. Canada just won the game. Everyone's just standing there.
There we go. That's
Too
a gold
scared to
medal
realise
for
that they
Canada.
actually won. Yeah.
It's been over a decade since the last time we saw this happen. Back in 2003.
Everyone's just in shock, but now they can finally start celebrating.
That's funny though. 2003 was also back in Flims. Now again, Canada wins the gold.
Yeah, world champions, Kelsey Rock and her team. And they really were the stronger team in the final, especially in the second half. They started to take advantage of the misses that Korea made, and gold medalists.
Such an achievement, especially considering how long it's been since a Canadian women's team has won this tournament. Just shows you how the level is in the rest of the world. It's such a hard tournament to win, and now they made it. Big props for Korea though. Second time they ever appeared at the World Juniors, and first time for this team. They get a silver. I think they should be really happy. I think when they look back in a week's time, they're going to realise that they've made a really good run. So high hopes for Korea too, showing that they have talented players. But stick around, we're going to have a few words with Kelsey Rock and also the Korean skip. Some highlights from this very exciting final. And obviously we're going to have the men's gold medal game at 1 o'clock also. Right, so world champion. How would you describe this moment?
It's honestly unexplainable. We came into this really wanting it, and it's just awesome to see all our hard work pay off.
It's been over 10 years since Canada won the women's gold. Does that make it extra special?
Yeah, for sure. It's huge. It's been a long time coming. So, yeah, we're just so happy right now.
Proud of the girls?
So proud of them. They played great all week, and yeah, we just had an awesome week. It couldn't ask for anything more.
What do you think of the Koreans' performance in the game?
Very strong team, obviously. I mean, she made a clutch shot in the ninth end, the in-off, and we knew it'd be right down to the bitter end with them. So it was a well-played game.
Do you want to come back and win it again?
For sure, you know, it'd be great to come back, but it's a long road, so we'll just soak it all in now and see how it all works out next year.
I guess you have a lot of family and friends here. How are you going to celebrate tonight?
Yeah, I don't know, maybe a lot of chocolate and some sleep, but yeah, there'll be some celebrating.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Happy words from Kelsey Rock, skipper of the Canadian team. Just made sure to bring that gold medal back to Canada. We are also going to have a few words from Kyung-Ae Kim, the Korean skip, so stick around for that before the highlights.
So it's only the second time Korea has played the World Junior Championships for women, and you end up with a silver medal. Surely you have to be happy with that performance.
한국 여자팀이 월드 주니어에 두 번째 올라왔는데 어때 경기에 어땠느냐고?
네, 저희 팀은 처음으로 이렇게 세계 주니어 왔는데 그래도 여기까지 온 것도 괜찮다고 생각하고 다음 기회가 있다면 또 다시 도전해보고 싶어요.
Our team, she said that our team is the first time in 2014 in the World Junior Championship. So she very happy the final game is if she have chances, they will challenge next time again. Okay.
Now, Japan took a medal last year. Now you take a medal this year. Surely the level in Asia is pretty high as well. Do you think Asian teams might come back and win even more medals, maybe the gold next year?
예, 작년에 일본이 동메달 따고 올해 우리가 은메달 땄는데 이제 다음 해에 파시픽 존에 우리 아시아 파시픽 존에서 더 많은 메달을 딸 거냐고.
메달 딸 거냐고요?
따로 넥스트 다음 해에.
네.
그런 이 생각을 해야지.
내년에도 내년에는 바로 올게요.
그러니까 네 나이가 되잖아.
네. 그러니까 네, 다음에도 저는 나이가 되니까 다시 도전해서 큰 대회에서 승리하고 싶어요.
She said as our junior age is 2 more years, so next year she get the challenge, so she wanted to. Okay. Yeah.
Well, thank you, and hope you see you next year.
Yeah. 내년에 다시 보기를 희망한다.
Thank you.
And finally, we're going to have a recap of this final game in the World Juniors 2014. In the first end, it was Kelsey Rock. They kept an open end, just wanting to blank, keep hammer. She won't quite make the roll all the way out, so Canada picks up a point in the first end. And in the second end, Korea trying to score 2. Need to split that center guard into the rings. And it's not really curling enough. It will move the top stone into the rings, but Keely Brown able to sweep the other yellow out. Korea scores 1 to tie the game up after 2 ends. In the fourth end, Korea had a lot of stones in play, and finally Kelsey Rock is left this double to score a deuce. She'll over-curl it and give up a steal of 1 to Korea, getting a 2-1 lead after 4 ends. And still Korea with a lot of yellows in play. Kelsey Rock in the fifth end, she's left a draw to pick up 1. No mistakes from the Canadian skip, puts it right on the pin. It's a point for Canada to tie the game up, but just before the halftime break. And in the sixth end, it's the same situation for Kim. She needs to draw against 3. She's been heavy with a couple of draws already. And it's back of the tee line. Keely Brown really working to get it out, but it will sit in time. Korea scores 1 in the sixth end, leads the game 3-2. And then in the seventh, Kelsey Rock has a draw to score the first deuce of the game. Sweepers have it under full control. She will make it no trouble at all for Kelsey Rock. Scores 2, leads the game 4-3 after 7 ends. In the eighth end, this was the situation facing Kim with her last. She needs to hit and stick. Canada sitting 3, really wide, rolls all the way out, and it's a big steal of 2 for Canada. They will get a 6-3 lead. And they will also get 2 points in the final end, so they need to steal 2. And this is Kim's final shot. Canada sitting 2, so she needs to move both of them. She's going to make Kelsey Rock play. She won't, she over-curls. She only gets a 1, and everyone's just in shock before they understand that it's actually over. Kelsey Rock, she does not need to play her final stone. They will win the game and bring the gold medal home to Canada. See the final score there. Canada 6, Korea 4. That was a gold medal game for the women's. Russia managed to pick up the bronze. They beat Sweden 11-4. And we will be back at 1 o'clock with the men's final between Scotland and Switzerland. So just in an hour and 15 minutes, make sure you tune in again.